1994 European Rallycross Championship brought the teams to England, the first time since 1992. Also for the first time, Croft was to be the venue. It had held the Internations Cup in the past, but never a round of the European Championship. The first of the finals then gets underway, and a good start by John Haffey there from pole position to lead as they get to the first corner, but Peter Nielsen with a Metro trying to brave it out on the outside as they head right their way down then into the first right-hander. Nielsen on the outside, he's trying to find a way round Ruud Verkoyen with the Suzuki Swift. Verkoyen drifting wide, there's contact between them, Nielsen off, Nielsen into the tyres. A very crumpled Metro. Peter Nielsen then has to do a three-point turn and rejoin. He's able to do so. The Metro is a bit damaged, the tyre wall certainly lost that round, and the Dane Peter Nielsen able now to try and find his way back into the race. John Haffey then dominating things up front, the battle raging on for second place. Ruud Verkoyen trying now to find a way up onto terms with Manfred Beck. There in the little Citroën is Vlastimil Barcek, the Czech Republic driver, and he in turn is chasing on after Ian Brooks, one of the few British drivers to compete in the ERA Cup. Here's another of them, it's John Haffey, and he's leading. Manfred Beck in second place, Ruud Verkoyen third, fourth, Rudy Lauvers there with the Peugeot 205. Lauvers then doing his best to try and close on the Suzuki just up ahead of him. Takes a reasonably wide line now as he's on the tarmac, hard on the brakes, throws the car into the right-hander, trouble behind him, whoops, over there goes Pavel Novotny. The Citroën upends itself, it comes to a halt, up against the tyre barrier, upside down. Peter Nielsen at last makes up a place. Novotny is certainly going to be out of the race, and the race in fact is being stopped as well with that car upended in the middle of the road. The restarted race saw John Haffey continue his winning ways, with Ian Brook making it a British 1-2, his Citroën up into second place. Peter Nielsen took third ahead of Manfred Beck, with Ruud Verkoyen in fifth. On now then to the Division 1A final. Plenty of British interest here. Away they go, Nick Jones and Richard Hutton, the two Brits on the front row of the grid, but it's Ludwig Hunspeth there who rockets through from the second row of the grid. Is he going to get the lead? No. Will he get second? No. Hutton tries to force his way through on the inside. Hunspeth on the outside. Tyre smoke there. They lock up, going into the corner. Hunspeth up onto two wheels. Tony Bardi's Nissan comes through to third place. There's contact. Bardi pushes Hutton off. He hits Hunspeth. Hunspeth goes off as well. Leaps his way all over the curb, all over the grass. Manages to avoid Bardi. Through goes Gunder's fan. Well, Richard Hutton has come off worst of all that. He's right at the back of the field, and it's Nick Jones with a very comfortable lead. The STP-backed Escort, STP familiar in Rallycross for their sponsorship of John Welch in the past, leads at the moment. So, Jones, Welchman up front. Tony Bardi with the Nissan is in second place, a British 1-2. Ludwig Hunspeth is third, Lineman is fourth, Svan fifth, and Hutton down in sixth. And then you can see the battered front of Bardi's Nissan after he made contact with Orland Sundbury on that opening lap. Bardi, a man who's dabbled in circuit racing in the past, in the Metro Turbo Challenge, back now in his more popular home of Rallycross. He's in second place, and he's going very well. Nick Jones, though, up front, looking as though he's going to be fairly secure to take his first win, and he does take his first win in the European Rallycross Championship, with Bardi coming home in second place. Third goes to Ludwig Hunspeth, fourth to Lineman, ahead of Svan, and Richard Hutton classified in sixth place. A delighted Nick Jones then makes it two British winners in the two finals so far. So can Will Gollop make it 3 out of 3 for Britain? We'll see. Shanker and Hansen the front row. Pallier and Gollop row 2. The third row of Per Eklund and Bjorn Skogstad, who won the B final. We're on board with Eklund. The engine notes rise. The red lights are on. They'll go to green any second now, and then everyone will be underway. A tremendous start by Pallier. He absolutely blasts his way through. Jean-Luc Pallier rockets through into the lead. A brilliant start, that. Martin Shanker behind him. Kenneth Hansen in third place. Now Shanker going for a gap on the inside. There's contact. They're on two wheels and over goes Pallier. The Citroën rolls into the tyre barrier. Bang, in he goes. Jean-Luc Pallier is upside down. He is out of the race. And Martin Shanker, I'm afraid, was mainly responsible for all of that. Another final to be stopped. The red flag's being waved. Jean-Luc Pallier is okay. He's out of the car. But look in replay from Eklund Subaru. What a brilliant start the Frenchman made. Absolutely amazing getaway. The Citroën Xantia in the lead. Shanker, Hansen, Gollop, the order behind him. Shanker goes for a gap on the inside. The gap closes. The pair of them make very solid contact. The impact enough to put Shanker up onto two wheels. Eklund goes past him, but it's all in vain. The red flags come out. The race is being stopped. In replay again from the outside, Pallier, despite that lightning getaway from the second row of the grid, has been caught by Shanker. They get to the right-hander. Schanker sees the gap. He goes for it. The gap closes. He still goes for it, and contact is inevitable. Jean-Luc Pallier's world turns upside down. As if that wasn't bad enough, he then makes very solid contact with the tyre wall. The Citroën then out of the rerun, but Martin Schanker very much in it. And Pallier cross, but unhurt. The Citroën will have to do battle another day. The lights go green then. Kenneth Hansen makes a good getaway, so too does Schanker, but it's Hansen who is going to lead. Now let's hope we don't have another repeat of the Escort Citroën battle of part 1. Well, there's contact between them, but thankfully Hansen's car doesn't roll. He's right up behind Schanker as they now turn their way through the right-hander. We're on board with Eklund fighting away behind the wheel. Yet again, Martin Schanker makes a very forceful start. He's in the lead, and Per Eklund is in all the dust being kicked up by Will Gollop's Peugeot. Schanker from Hansen, first and second. Can then the white and blue Ford Escort RS2000 maintain that advantage over Hansen? Schanker, the Norwegian driver, who's also raced in the Group C2 World Sports Car Championship in the past, is ahead of the former Division 1 champion Kenneth Hansen. On the tarmac, Martin Schanker trying to pull clear of the Citroën. Unlike the heats, times are of no importance whatsoever. All that matters is that you keep the lead, and Schanker intends to do that. He's had years of practice of making Escort very wide. That's all going to stand him in good stead now. Hansen snapping at his heels, the cars sliding their way out of the chicane. Heading now onto the loose, Martin Schanker coming towards us up front. In second place is Kenneth Hansen. Virtually no gap between the two. Hansen there looking for a way through on the inside, but the door is closed by Martin Schanker. Martin Schanker is going to win, it seems, not just here at Croft, but also win for the first time this season. He does so as out goes the checkered flag, and Martin Schanker, having set the fastest time of the day, also wins the A final. Kenneth Hansen finishes second, Will Gollop finishes in third in the Peugeot. Eklund, Skogstad, Jean-Luc Pallier complete the top 6 cars that made it to the A final, but Martin Schanker is understandably elated.
Well, Martin, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. It was on time, you know, we were fastest today also, but unlucky enough this jump start system didn't work, so I was, you know, jumped twice, but in the end I came out top. That's what matters.
What happened in the second corner, really?
Second corner down here, Jean-Luc went very wide. I took a very tight line in diving for cutting. We touched, he hit the inside curb, where there's a concrete piece, flipped over because we're in the right-hand corner. And that was it. Race was stopped. He had a blinder of a jump start, if I may say so, and then Kenneth had a blinder of a jump start in the other one, and just because I put a crank handle and put all my, you know, the engine to jeopardize and everything, I must have had 2.5 bar plus boost pressure, caught him up, came alongside him, and from then on the race was mine, and I bloody well deserved it.
Congratulations, Martin. And the next race is in Sweden?
Next one is up by the Polar Circle nearly, so we can see some ice bear and